Hello, you YouTubers. Welcome back to ThoseYGOguys. I'm Alessandro, your host, and I know, it's been a while since you last seen and heard from me since the last video I made. I apologize for that. Out doing, I've been busy with my classes and doing midterm exams, but now I finally got a break, actually spring break in general. So now I have time to do other stuff and especially make more videos. So for this video, I'm going to be doing is discussing the March 2013 list and put my thoughts in general. So let's get started with the March 2013 Banlist review. Also, keep note this is like my third attempt making this video. The previous two I had like guest speakers joining me during the review, but technology is being difficult. But you guys don't really care that much. But let's get started with the March 2013 Banlist review. First up, we go down to the Forbidden section. We have Sengen and Wino Cares the Mighty banned. Okay, so Sengen has been a very integral part of this game for ever since he came out in Metal Raiders, which is like the second booster pack of this game. He was a very integral searcher. Just search for whatever key cards you need and all that. He was pretty much ban worthy because he can search out for key cards such as Effect Veiler, Maxis, like those hand traps, of course. He was very utilized well with Tour Guide from the Underworld. And of course, he gets out monsters with low attack points with powerful effects like the Age of Mystery Earth, Rescue Rabbit, and such. So I think it was time for Sengen to go. So we're gonna miss you, Sengen. I'm gonna miss you very much. So rest in peace, buddy. Take care. Up next we have Wino Cares the Mighty. It's one card that not many people were expecting from windups to get hit, and especially me. But it makes sense with windups. In general, when you look at all their combos, he was pretty much the central part of doing all the windup, special summoning, and all that. And the fact that he's just a poorly designed card where you just take two random level 3 monsters, not wind-up monster, just any two level 3 monsters. Say you have a tour guide from the underworld and a wind-up shark in hand, you just normal summon the tour guide, special on a level 3 detach monster, overlay for wind-ups and mighty, detach for a wind-up magician, activate shark, and you start the combo and all that. So that was just a ridiculous card in general. It has to be done, and I think it was a pretty good call from what Konami has done. But do take into account this is not the only card that Konami has hit in the wind-up deck. So we'll just, since I mentioned that, we'll continue on to the limited section. First up, we have Wind-Up Magician, the other card that wind-ups got hit. The other card that wind-up got hit. Wind-Up Magician, general. The big problem about the September 2012 format that many people were having a gruesome time when dealing with windups is the Shark Magician and sometimes Factory combo. And it has to be done. Magician needs to be put, or something out of like the Shark Magician Factory stuff has to get hit. Magician to 1 was a pretty good call, but it does not kill the deck that many people think. As you read like Parker Robertson's ARG article, I mean, windups had to get into a new direction. They were just replaced with the 2 lost windup magicians with Summoner Monk. You just pitch spell, get windup magician, and you have an in-hand shark, and you just do it, and you just continue the combo. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't kill the deck in general. It just takes it into a different direction. It's not as dumb as it was in the September 2012 format, but it's still a viable deck in general. 1 day apiece. Cards just it's just not good for the game. It's just bad card design, eliminate player interaction. Has a very bad interaction with decks that just like troll decks in general, like Jiski FTK, Exodia FTKs, Chain Burn, Final Countdown. I mean, the card needs to get hit. I mean, the fact that you can run 3 ups and you can just prevent combat damage and burn damage from both players is just ridiculous. So it has to be done. So Konami made some pretty good hits so far. The next card under the limited section is the one card it's one of the very few cards I'm not too fond of what they have done. Solemn Warning to 1. That's not good in general. And here's my reason why. Now that Solemn Warning has been put to 1, it's going to make this game, under this format, very aggressive. Much more than ever. And I think it was just pretty bad call on Konami's part. It's just, now you're just promoting sackage and all that. Now you have decks that, like Insectors. Now it's like, oh, you saw more in the Insector Dragonfly. Oh, well, guess what? I'll just have to call the Haunted back. Oh, wait, you just used that Solemn Warning, and I can just go balls to the walls. So, yeah. Same thing with Mermaid Abyss, Merlantians when they do their Mermaid Abyss Megalo plays and all that. So, yeah. And then other upcoming decks that you kind of wonder why they hit Solemn Warning. But it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I did not create the list, so, yeah. Yeah. So up next is the semi-restricted section, meaning you can only run 2 of per deck. So you have Tsukiyomi to 2. Generally, I would have to say I really don't care. It doesn't change the game at all. It can go to 50 for all I care about. I mean, back in his days, Tsukiyomi was pretty good under a very slow format. But now, this format, I mean, the game in general right now is just too fast. So, I think right now Tsukiyomi is just not doing anything. Up next, Thunder King Ryo to 2. Last format, when Thunder King Ryo was at 3, people main deck him 2s. Now they semi-restricted Thunder King Ryo. This was like, okay, yeah. I guess they're following the same mentality with Bottomless Trap Hole, I guess, but that's all I can say. Up next we have the Advanced Ritual Art, which that's going to be cool because it's going to bring back the ritual summoning mechanics a little bit better. We're going to see possibly like Demise, OTK decks, and Herald of Perfection decks, so that's going to be pretty cool. I like to see them in action. I remember back in the days when Demise was back in his heydays. Of course, that's when Dark Strike Fire was around. Yeah. Nobody likes that deck. I mean, nobody likes that card in general at all. So, yeah. Yeah. That's all I can say about Advanced Ritual Art, so we'll see how that turns out. Now the no longer restricted section, which means that you can run 3 ups. Spore to 3. Why? I mean, first they got Spore out of the ban section and putting it to 1. Now they're putting it back to 3, where it was back in September 2011 format. I don't understand the whole mentality part. It's not going to help plans whatsoever at all. Unless, I might be mistaken. There might be something special for the 3 spores and all, but other than that, I really don't know what's so great about having Spore 3 in general. I mean, it's just the one card that not all plant players have been running Spore at 1, and will never go above it. So I really don't understand that little part. Blackwing, Collude the Moonshadow. That's gonna be a good call on Konami, bringing back Blackwing their support like they did with Light Sworns, little by little. So hopefully we're gonna see more Blackwing cards coming back little by little. So it's gonna increase the power plays of Shura. So we'll see how that will turn out. I'm still upset with Black Whirlwind not going up from 1 because I don't understand why Black Whirlwind is still at 1 while Wind Up Factory is at 3. It is what it is. We'll just hope to see sooner or later Black Whirlwind go up. Following up with the Metalia giving an old archetype back in support, we have Lumina, Lightsworn Summoner, now at 3. It's gonna help the consistency wise of Lightsworns a little bit of power plays and stuff. So that's good. Now all Lightsworn is missing is 2 Charge of Light Brigade and 2 Honest, and it'll be back to what it used to have been back in its heydays. Other than that, all I can say is it will never be the same. Like in terms of tier, like it will not be like the tier 0 deck or so, because right now we have other decks that are just ridiculous. I mean, Lightsworns has its heydays, but now, I mean, they will never have their time again. But still a very good deck. Don't deny that one. Up next we have Shein Smoke Signal to 3. Okay. That's fine. That's going to increase the consistency wise of 6 Samurais and their turn 1 Shein plays and so forth. Not too crazy about it, but okay. At least it's better than Satoshi Kato's list when Legendary 6 Samurai Shein going to 2. That was just bad, because the fact that you can negate a spell tracker once per turn, and on top of that, protect him while you have another 6 Samurai monster. You could just use the other 6 Samurai monster to be destroyed in place of Shein. So, like, for example, there is a big monster like Blue Eyes White Dragon attack Legendary 6 Samurai Shein. Shein could be like, okay, Kizan, I'm about to die. Go die for me. Don't worry, I'll get you out of the graveyard and that kind of stuff. It's like, and imagine 2 is just insane. It's just dumb in general. So 3 Smoke Signal, that's going to put 6 Samurais very favorable in this format. So I'm gonna be looking forward for that part. So he's also probably a contender of one of my main decks for this format. So I probably will be running 6 Samurais under this new format, or as one of my main decks. So it's gonna be fun. And finally we have Mind Crush. This is gonna be a very good call, and this is a very, very smart move on Konami's part. Now that we have Fire Fist becoming big, Merlantian still becoming big, Prophecy about to become big, especially with the new upcoming set, Lore Tachyon the Galaxy, which that set is going to be insane in general. Mind Crush is just a perfect card against those 3 decks. Like when they do their Mermaid Abyss Megalo plays by discarding 2 water monsters to reveal Megalo and try to special summon, you can chain Mind Crush, call Mermaid Abyss Megalo, discard the one they're trying to summon, and any other extra copies they have in their hand. So that's could be pretty good and very crucial. Funny thing is, the summoning condition of High Priestess of Prophecy is very much similar to Mermaid Abyss Megalo, Mermaid Abyss DS, Mermaid Abyss Lead. So they reveal their 3 spell books, show High Priestess of Prophecy. You can go ahead and say Mind Crush, High Priestess of Prophecy. Boom. There she go. Also, do take a note that they do have Spellbook of Life, so Spellbook of Life is a card, so be prepared and be careful in that part. Fire Fist, I guess when they do their tinky plays, yeah, I guess, in general. I don't know what else to say. Yeah. So that's it about this March 2013 list. Now I'm going to discuss how the format is going to be. So far right now we have the big 3 decks right now. It's going to change as time progresses. As of right now we have Merlantians, which one of my main decks I've been playing is Mono Mermails, which I finally completed like 2 months ago. It's very similar to Billy Breaks build, but I changed it with a few of my own tech cards, and I really enjoy playing Mono Mermails. It's actually very fun. There's also the Undine Merlantian deck, so be prepared for both of those versions. You got Prophecies, of course, with the Spellbook of Divine Judgment. They're gonna be very favorable. Also, we have Fire Fist. That deck is just kicking a full firepower. Pun there. Yeah, so look forward to that deck. I really don't know what to say about Fire Fist since I haven't played Fire Fist. Pretty much in general, I've been playing against Prophecies and knowing my own Mermail deck. So that's all I can say about Mermails. But as in Fire Fist, wish I could help you a little bit more about that. Next month we're going to have Hidden Arsenal 7, which will be the official release of the L Swarms making their debut. So prepare for the turn 1 Orpheon plays and all that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Along with that, we have in May, we have Lord Tachyon Galaxy set, which that set is going to be ridiculous in general. So be prepared, especially with the new deck called Elemental Dragons, which that deck is insanely good. Like, I cannot explain words how that deck is. It's just pretty unfair, we'll put it that way. It's just ridiculous. How to deal with that deck, I wish I could help you, but there's not really a whole lot you can do, especially with MST at 3, Heavy Storm running around. Yeah. But maybe people will be asking other people saying, like, do I need to build those decks in order to be successful under this format? No, not really. You can build very cheap decks and still do really well under this format. For example, we have the Mickey Vlogs top 10 cheap decks under the March 2013 list. I'll put a link down below or in the description. I play half the decks he mentioned and they're very good. So if you ask me, I wouldn't worry about spending a lot of money just to do well under this format. Just build cheap decks and you'll be fine, and you won't be worried about like, oh, I waste my money for this. That's pretty much the reason why people usually say Yu-Gi-Oh is becoming expensive, because usually they go for the really expensive decks. But just go for cheap decks and you'll be fine. At a very minimum cost. So that's just it I had to say about the March 2013 format, and what were my thoughts in general. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys enjoy the video? Do you like my review and all that? If you're new to ThoseYGOguys and have not subscribed to us, please check out our channel, and hopefully you're willing to subscribe to our channel as well. So see what we can offer to you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. That tells me a lot. Also, feel free to comment down below your thoughts about this list, how this format is going to turn about, and all that. Also, tell me what are your plans on making your side decks? Like, what are your side deck choices and such, dealing with these new contending decks coming up? So, I'm Alessandro, your host from ThoseYGOguys, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye bye.